it's Jackie. I am so excited for today. So I have my friend Tina Joy Carroll. She is a new friend that I have, and actually we should have worn our Mickey ears. She is an avid Disney lover like I am. But I think that she's probably even next level. I don't even want to go into and waste your time with all that she does. But let's just say she goes to Disney more than anyone I personally know. However, she is an avid business person. She was a six-figure earner in another company, never thought she would leave. Similar situation to mine. However, she started really digging deep into the comp plans of the different industries out there. She is one of those people, and you'll know after hearing her talk for just a few minutes, just that she is one of those people that just puts her mind to something and doesn't quit. And so she looked into all these comp plans at all these different companies, and she finally came over to Turnot because she will even tell you it's the best comp plan out there. Now, there's nothing ever perfect, but in the grand scope of life, the best comp plan out there. So Tina Joy, will you just kind of share with everybody just a little of your story and then why you came over as a leader to this company?
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, thank you for having me on. And yes. I love anybody that loves Disney as much as me. If I can convince you to come on my girls' Disney trip, I'll be good. I'll be good.
Yes.
So I wasn't always obviously in the network marketing space. I was actually in corporate America. I worked for Lowe's, and I was doing well. I was making six figures a year at Lowe's. But what I was looking for was more time. I got 2 weeks of vacation. I was coming up on my 5th year where they were going to give me a 3rd week, and it was like, so exciting. And for somebody like me, that felt like jail. That I had to ask off if, when my kids were sick, or if I was sick, or, even having to plan my vacation around the busier times of year. So anyways, all that to say, that's really what made me take a look at network marketing. I was not a fan.
Okay.
I really wasn't. I'm a terrible human. I made fun of the people. I did. I was the person that made fun of the people that did it, and I followed them, and I was like, no, I'm not following you. You're on my nerves. Until I was in a situation where I was like, well, if I don't do this and I'm making 6 figures, what else would I really do? Right. And so I remembered a friend who was in network marketing, and her leader was a grandma, and she was very ordinary, and there wasn't, and I'm not saying this in a mean way, but there was just nothing special about her, Jackie. And so I was like, I mean, if she could do it, I probably could too.
Right.
And so that's what made me decide to take a look at it. That's been almost 7 years ago. We're coming up on my 7-year anniversary.
Wow.
And so I jumped in with both feet like I do anything in life. Sure. And I've literally been doing it ever since. And for 6 years of those 7 years, I've been what would be considered making a full-time income, working really part-time hours from my phone wherever I want. And then back about June or May of last year, really, some things happened, and that's not important what happened, but it made me decide that I needed to look for something different. Okay. I just personally wasn't aligning with the mission and the products anymore where I was, and I knew I needed to make a move. And so, like you said, I did look at a lot. Honestly, everything I already knew about in the industry, I knew I didn't want to go there. And so I had to trust some of my friends that are in the industry that aren't in companies, that are more coaches. I was like, can you tell me of some things that you know of that if you were to get back in the industry, what would you do and where would you go? And so they put some things out in front of me, and then I just started diving deep. And what I found here and what set this apart was really 4 major categories. One was impact products. We live in a day and age where you can get anything anywhere, right? Mm-hmm. And so we had to have products that were going to make an impact and make an impact in a short period of time. Number 2 was the compensation plan had to pay fairly across the board. That meaning that the person with no experience could come into the business and could get a comma in their check in their first 30 days to the leader that's seasoned like you and I, who could be paid fairly for helping to develop people and lead people. Mm-hmm. Culture was top of the list. I'd come from a very toxic environment as far as culture was concerned. And so I hand-picked leaders that I felt like not only that my people, that I would do well under, but that my people could thrive under. Okay. A culture that was loving and supportive and training, and there wasn't any gatekeeping of what people were doing. That was super important to me. Yeah. And then last but not least, a corporate staff that had vision and where they were going and what that looked like. There's so many pop and drop companies out there, and I wasn't looking for that. I wasn't looking for basement floor, ground floor opportunity. I knew with the right systems, the right comp plan, the right products in place, we could grow anywhere. What I was looking for was a company that listened to the field, that had vision for the future, that was debt free and privately owned, and that's how I landed at Turnot.
Oh, that's so good. Well, we are so happy you're here. I know that I know that you did your due diligence, because I am really good friends with the person that she actually did sign under. And she's like, this girl's like drilling us. Like, did her due diligence. She wanted to make sure that this was exactly those 4 things. And I'm so happy that you're here. Tina Joy is such an amazing person. So now that you've joined over here, you can be as vulnerable, non-vulnerable as you'd like, but I know you have found some success over here. So you went from leaving your 6 figures. So those of you who've heard me interview people like this before know that you actually have to resign your company. So it's kind of like, it's like quitting your job without any guarantee you're going to find success again. So it's very scary for those of us who really do rely on that income. So you did that. You jumped in with both feet over here. So what kind of success have you found over here?
Okay. So I did. I walked away from an income and I did not take a bridge. And so that meant that I was going to start from the bottom. And that for me personally was just important. I know that some people need them, and that's okay. We were not in a position financially that we did. My husband has a job, and so I didn't. And so that, I always say desperation is your biggest motivator.
Totally.
And so there was no option to not succeed. And so, yes, I mean, in 6 months, I earned well over 6 figures. And so I definitely replaced my income and then some. But it was because of the systems that were in place. It was because of the products that we have and the leadership that we have and the people pouring into people. I mean, you pour into my team, I pour into yours. Even though you and I don't make money off each other's teams, there is no lines like that here. Everybody's just helping everyone win. And so that was huge. That was super, super huge. And, what I love even more is that, you aren't ever going to find perfect. You just aren't. That's like with anything, your marriages aren't going to be perfect. Your relationships aren't going to be perfect. Your business isn't going to be perfect. But what I have found is something that people thrive. People thrive in this environment. And when there are hiccups, I mean, we just have so many different avenues to get through them.
Yeah, for sure. And our simple systems just really do help people win from the beginning. And will you kind of share too? I know you've brought in quite a few people. Some have experience, some don't have any experience. Can you kind of share the wins that your team has had too? Because I know that your team has done really, really well.
Yeah. My favorite wins, I mean, people expect people like me and you to come into a company and do well because we know what we're doing. Correct. And so it's exciting. Of course, we want to do well. What's even more exciting is bringing in the brand new person that doesn't have any experience. And so the one that I'll tell you about is my best friend, who has literally been a glorified customer in every company I've been in. And she's always joined but never done anything. And she literally was telling me, like 2 days ago, we went and had lunch, and she was like, I got my 1099. I was like, did you? She's like, Tina, I can't believe how much I made. Like, she was blown away by the number. She just had no idea that was possible. And for somebody that didn't have any experience, that's so powerful. And then, I have people that I've got a girl that I'm doing a Zoom with tonight. We're going to chat. She just started and she's got a 10 and 3. And if you don't know what that is, that means she got a $1,000 bonus plus customer commissions, plus launch bonuses, plus she went J, so she's eligible for a Jeep stipend, and she did it in 3 weeks of joining with no experience.
Amazing.
That does not speak to me or Jackie. That speaks to our systems.
Yes.
Because people don't work, systems do. And that is what I desperately was looking for in this industry. And so I'll say this story because I think this is so important. I remember before I came here, a girl asked me, she's like, Tina, I need to make $5,000 a month. Like, that's my goal. How do I do that? And I couldn't tell her. I did, other than tell her to sell $10,000 in product a month, which is unreasonable for the average person, right?
Mm-hmm.
How I didn't, there was no path to that. And here, if she asked me the same question and I showed her the path.
Yes.
And so that's what makes this comp plan so powerful.
Yes, I love that. Well, Tina Joy, the last question I love to ask is, after coming here, what is your very favorite product? What is the product that, I know that there's probably more than one, but when I say that, what's the first product that comes to mind, and what kind of experience have you had with it?
Okay, so I love the Glow, the collagen. It's our number one selling product, but I'm going to say Enrich. And here's why. Because I don't think it matters if you have great quality collagen, if your gut health is a mess and your body can't absorb it well. Yeah. And so I think getting your gut health in order, I mean, considering that 80% of Americans struggle with their gut health, and it presents itself in a multitude of ways, whether it's our skin, our mental health, our gut health, our issues going to the bathroom, issues sleeping, the not being able to lose weight, not being able to gain weight, all of that's related to your gut. And so getting that in check has been life-changing for me. And one of the side effects of getting your gut healthy is weight loss. And for me, I've been on a weight loss journey for quite some time. And I really wasn't unhappy where I was. But when I came here and I started taking our product Enrich, I lost 16 pounds because I got my gut healthy. And so that just shows you that we really are carrying anywhere between 2 to 20 pounds of sludge in our system at any given time. And if you get that out, then what the bonus to what happened was, once I got my gut clean, I was using the collagen. The collagen was working like crazy because my body was able to absorb it.
Oh, I love that. I wish I had her before and after picture. Tina, how much weight have you lost now total, like from the beginning of your journey?
Goodness gracious. We're at 92 pounds.
Yeah, you guys should see her before and afters. Like, it's pretty impressive, like what she has accomplished. But Tina, thank you so much for doing this with me today, and congratulations on all your success and your team success and all that you're doing. You're just such a light to everyone around you. So thank you so much. If you saw this video and you are in one of our groups, would you please go back to the person who invited you and just tell them about something that just kind of light bulb moment that went off in your head while you were listening to one of us speak? And I know that they would love to give you more information. All right, guys, God bless you and have a